Fresh into stock, we have this absolutely stunning 2023 on a 73 plate Volkswagen Transporter. This is a T6.1, so the face-lifted 6th generation of the VW Transporter. This is a T32, so a 3.2 ton gross vehicle weight. That's crucial for any business users watching this, and I'll explain why a little bit later on in the video. This one's got the 2-litre TDI diesel Euro 6 engine producing 150 PS, which is roughly 150 brake horsepower. And this is the long wheelbase Highline, which is the spec Kombi van, and that is also with a 7-speed DSG automatic gearbox, finished in the absolutely gorgeous Ascot Grey, and clearly not standard as well. So there's a number of bits which have been added to this particular vehicle to further enhance it from its factory specification, which there are actually some optional extras on this van as well, which we'll talk you through. Also, we would usually in these videos talk you around the condition of the vehicle, but this vehicle is literally delivery miles. There's 69 miles on this vehicle from brand new, so we won't be talking about the condition because it is in as new condition, but we're going to highlight all of the lovely features and specification on this particular van. So looking here then at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that this one is spec'd with a rear glazed tailgate. So a tailgate is one door which comes up like so, and glazed of course meaning it has got a rear window, and coming from factory with a glazed rear window, that means it is heated, so there's heating elements there in the screen, and you also get the rear wiper as well. So small little details, but certainly add up to a big difference when you're using the van every day. Now then, a number of bits which have been added, of course. First of which you can see here is the lovely rear spoiler, but that ties in really nicely with some of the other styling elements there, which you can see. So you've also got the roof bars just there. The back of the vehicle has been debadged and replaced with a gloss black rear badge. And then further down, one of the most significant upgrades on the entire vehicle, and that is this rear bumper. So this is what is known as a Leighton Vans LVR rear bumper. So this isn't just a sort of a diffuser add-on, this is an entire rear bumper replacement, but it just gives so much more sculpture and styling to the rear of the vehicle. You can see these lovely lines here, which are all part of this new rear bumper, and then also, which I really like, this subtle gloss black lip there at the bottom. There's a couple of fake exhaust tips just there. Oh, it is just starting to rain a little bit. Hopefully it's just a little shower, this won't stop us. A couple of fake exhaust tips just there, and then also the rear diffuser which goes along the back there as well. Rear parking sensors come completely as standard on the Highline model. Also at the back here we can see the first factory optional extra, and that is the reversing camera. Now if we open up the tailgate, we can start to have a look inside the rear of the vehicle. So we can see here this one has been completely carpet lined in the back. There will be some insulation behind here as well, but completely carpet lined in the back, which gives it much more of a car-like feel in here. And then some nice LED spotlights there in the headlining. Underneath then, you've also got the factory fitted soft touch rubber flooring, which just is such a nice feature to have, because if you're kneeling in here, you want to grab something, it makes it comfortable to do so. You've also then got the correct placement of the toolkit, which is just here. This is screwed into the arch, and there's plenty of tie down points there in the rear of the vehicle as well. But being long wheelbase, all of that extra load space is in the back, all that extra length is in the back, and it just makes such a difference when it comes, as I say, to living with the vehicle every day. You can just see, this is the easiest way to tell if a short or long wheelbase is by this panel here. If it's a short wheelbase, the side loading door is basically up to that rear arch. So that extra length there, it's about 400 millimeters. That is all there in the load space. Other bits then which have been changed on this particular vehicle. So this vehicle has been lowered by 40 millimeters on 40 millimeter lowering springs. And then also these fantastic satin black Momo Revenge 20-inch alloy wheels, and they are my absolute favourite Volkswagen Transporter wheel. I think they just set the van off so nicely, especially when the vehicle is slightly lowered like this as well. The wheels just sit in the arch really well. Not overly lowered, I don't feel, at 40 millimeters, but just enough to give it that correct stance and look to the vehicle. Also, while we're down here, we can also see a nice set of sidebars have been added as well, which tie in really nicely in a very similar finish to the alloy wheels. If we open up the side loading door, one thing to note with the side loading door, being a factory combi, you get a flush opening window on the side. And then looking in the rear of the vehicle, this brings us on to another factory optional extra, and that is the 2 plus the 1 rear seating configuration. Now the benefit of the 2 plus the 1 is that you can operate this single seat completely independently. So you can pull on that little tab there, and that gives you access then into the back. You can also then, from that position, you can remove that seat completely, and you can also fold it down using this little tab just here. So if I give that a pull with one hand, and then with the other hand fold the seat down like so, you can do all of that completely independently on this single seat. You can also fold this one down. You can remove that double seat there as well if you want to, but it, as I say, just offers a lot of versatility. Also in the back here then, of course, one of the sort of more glaring and again major upgrades on this van is the full leather interior, which has been added to a nice black leather interior with a lovely double cross stitch, or what some people call a Bentley stitched, a white or a very light grey stitch there, which I think contrasts so nicely and ties in very well with the rest of the vehicle. Looking at the back of the front seats as well, of course, same situation there with those seats, and you've also got a nice padded pocket in there as well. If we open up the front doors, then we can start to have a look inside here. So this one is, of course, spec'd as a 5-seater. So the 5-seater, of course, gives you this single captain's passenger chair where you've got height adjustability. You've got 2 adjustable armrests. You can set those to your desired height using this little wheel there at the bottom. But as I say, so nice because you've got exactly the same adjustability on the passenger seat as you do on the driver's seat, so you can really get in a nice comfortable position there as a passenger. Got a passenger airbag which you can turn off here if you're going to be carrying a child in the front, and I'll come around to a bit more of the spec when we go around to the driver's side of the vehicle. Moving then around to the front, there's lots and lots to talk about on this particular van. So we've also got more upgrades here at the front. So all of the grills, all of the unpainted plastic on the front here has been changed for gloss black. So that includes this whole upper grille here, of course a gloss black badge, and then all of the lower grills here, which would also run right the way along there around the back of the number plate. All of that again has been changed for gloss black. Dramatic difference to the front end of the vehicle. And probably my personal favourite factory optional extra, this one has got the LED headlights. It makes a huge difference. Anyone that's lived with a Transporter previously with its normal standard headlights will know they aren't the greatest from factory. So this, as a factory optional extra, is just an absolute game changer. It makes a huge difference in lower light conditions, as we're starting to experience now. And they also look very nice as well, because you get this lovely LED daytime running light as well underneath both lights. Front parking sensors come as standard, and then another, serious upgrade to this van is the front splitter. So this again is a Leighton Vans product. This is the LVS front splitter. So we've got LVR on the rear, LVS on the front, and for me that is the perfect balance of subtlety and sort of an OEM plus look. Again, you've got this matching lower gloss black lip as we've got on the rear bumper, and then this lower front splitter here flicks up the side and just adds an absolutely gorgeous. I think that is, as vans go, is about as good as a van can look, I would say, in that setting there. The lights, the colour, the styling, the wheels lowering, I think that is about as good as it can look, if I'm being completely honest. I think it's absolutely stunning. Something as well about a long wheelbase. I think a long wheelbase arguably looks slightly sleeker than a short wheelbase. Now, I mentioned right at the start of the video about this being a T32 and why that is important for business users. So a T32 is technically classed as a commercial vehicle. So to be classed as a commercial vehicle, it's got to be able to carry, a van of this size has got to be able to carry a 10 in the back. And the T32 is capable of doing that, or as I say, is technically classed as a commercial for tax purposes, crucially. So if you're looking at a T30, a T28, or say in a Kombi, if you're looking at a T30 particularly, do need to be a little bit careful of that if you're going to be putting the vehicle through a business for tax purposes. Of course, speak to your accountant about that, but the T32, if you're putting it through the business, is the one to go for. Up here on top of the driver's door then, electric windows, electric heated folding mirrors. Of course, this same nice soft touch rubber flooring which runs right from the back of the vehicle into the front. Of course, as we mentioned, we've got the leather seating, which again flows into the front seats with the twin adjustable armrests. I did briefly mention it earlier on, but 69 miles, as you can see there, recorded in the bottom left-hand side of the screen just there. Of course, no warning lights or anything like that on the dashboard. And of course, it's worth noting that you have got the full balance of manufacturer's warranty left on this van from until it's 3 years old. So you've got plenty of time left on that. Lovely leather multi-functioning steering wheel, and being brand new, it's still got that lovely matte finish to the leather. On the left-hand side then, you've got your adaptive cruise control there. You've got your volume for the radio underneath that. And on the right-hand side, you've got your onboard computer controls just there as well. Into the centre then, the 7-speed DSG gearbox, another, in my opinion, crucial bit of spec on a van of this level. When you're up into this sort of price range, this sort of level of luxury, I think the DSG is almost essential. I think it's just a fantastic gearbox, gives it a much more luxurious, easy driving experience. Of course, that is personal preference. Some people prefer manual, but for me, that DSG gearbox is absolutely fantastic. Heated front windscreen comes as standard on the Highline, as does air conditioning. That's your heated rear glass there as well, and you can also toggle the start-stop and the parking sensors on and off there as well. Another nice feature which comes as standard now on the T6.1 Highline is this screen, which, as you can see there, gives you App Connect. So you get Apple CarPlay, Android Auto completely as standard. If we go onto the radio tab, you have got DAB radio on here, and you can connect your phone to it via Bluetooth as well. And if I put the vehicle into reverse, you can see that you've got your reverse camera located there as well. So just to summarise, this is a 2023 on a 73 plate, effectively pre-registered, brand new Volkswagen Transporter T6.1, so the facelifted 6th generation of the VW Transporter. T32 Highline DSG Kombi, 2-litre TDI Euro 6 diesel engine, 150 PS, 7-speed DSG gearbox, finished in Ascot Grey. An incredible full styling package. So you've got LVR rear bumper, LVS front splitter, 40mm lowering, 20-inch satin black Momo Revenge alloy wheels, sidebars, roof bars, rear spoiler, full gloss black front end. Inside then, full carpet lining, leather interior. This particular model is factory spec'd with the LED headlights, also the 2+1 rear seating configuration, and the rear camera, of course. So a really, really well-spec'd vehicle, and physically available here with us today at Bridgend Van Centre to drive away immediately. If you'd like to see the full advert, if you haven't seen it already, and of course, crucially, to double check that the vehicle is still available, we get a lot of calls on vehicles that unfortunately have already sold. So please double check on the website, or you of course feel free to give us a call to check that the vehicle is still available. You can find the full advert on our website there, bridgendvans.co.uk. That's where you'll find the price, the description, and the photography of the vehicle. There's a number of ways you can reach out to us, but by all means, give us a call on either of the numbers listed there at the bottom left-hand side of the sign. We can arrange finance at very competitive rates, whether that be for private individuals or for limited companies, so by all means, get in contact and we may be able to help you with that. We've got facilities to take cars or vans in part exchange, and we can gladly deliver our vehicles nationwide as well. Thank you very much for watching.